YouTube, this is Fear the Ghost, and as I promised, I'm bringing you my Karakuri Geargia deck profile. Now, this profile was not made by me, it was actually given to me by a friend. I don't know where he got it. Judging by the extra deck and main deck, it's quite possible he wound up getting it from, uh, it's possible he wound up, net decking it, so I don't know. This is just what he gave me, so I thought I'd post it up on my channel. I told him I honestly don't like Karakuri Geargia, and he said that was fine, but he'd still like me to uh, put it on here. So this is his deck. He plays 3 Geargia gears, which I really don't like. Him playing 3 Geargia gears, I've been playing with it and I don't like it, but he likes it, and as I said, this isn't my profile, so I will not criticize him too much. I don't play the deck myself, so I don't know how well it handles in tournaments. But anyway, let's get right down to it. We have the 1 Redox, because Redox is limited to 1, and it is a monster reborn in the deck. We also have Geargia Arsenal, which you tribute him to special summon any Geargia monster from your deck. Next up we have Geargia Accelerator, who sets up a lot of your plays. You can special summon him if you can control a face-up Geargia, and when he's sent to the graveyard, like if he gets destroyed by battle or something like that, or if he gets torrentialed, you get to target 1 Geargia monster except for Geargia Accelerator and add it to your hand. Geargia Armor is one of the main cards in the deck. You'll pretty much want to get him out as fast as you can, because whenever he's flipped face up, he adds a card to your hand. He also combos well with Nishipachi, because when Nishipachi is special summoned, it will flip Geargia Armor face up. Also, we have Saizan. He's mainly there for the level 8 plays, level 8 synchro plays, and for making Star Eater. Here we have Birdman. He makes a really good, makes a really good Burai play, because you can add Accelerator to your hand after special summoning him to special summon Birdman, and then special summon the Accelerator to the field in Synchro for Burai. There's not really that much else to say. Mark 2, Geargiano Mark 2 will special summon one of your level 4 Geargias, or you can special summon Geargiano, who can then special summon one of them if you want them. Well, there actually really isn't that much of a reason to. Although I will say he does special summon a level 4 machine, so he can actually bring back Saizan. So if you're looking to make a... So if you have Saizan engraved and you want to make a Burai, he's actually pretty good to special summon. Also we have Nishipachi. I said what he does. He's mainly for making the Burai and for flipping Geargia armor. He's generally summoned off of the first Burai, and he'll be used for the second one you go into. Next up we have two effect veilers. Now this is for obvious reasons. It's because the current format is both monster effect heavy and back row heavy, so it's good to have some veilers, because people are very prepared for Fiend's Chains, because almost everyone's running 3 MSTs this format. We also have the Dark Hole, just to get a board wipe. Like, you saw me go into Black Rose without any real issue in one of my videos, because I just wanted to clear the board so my plays would go off. We also have the Book of Moon. The Book of Moon actually really helps. I was really questioning it whenever I heard he had it in there, but after playing the deck, I'd have to say Book of Moon really helps a lot. I already talked about the triple Geargia gear. We have Bottomless Trap Hole, which I think does really well in the current format, because a lot of decks don't like their cards to be banished. We have the 1 Mirror Force, which isn't too surprising. A lot of decks I've seen don't play 2 Mirror Force anymore. They play either 1 or none. We also have Compulse. which is for obvious reasons. It would get rid of stuff like beals and things that would be really hard to normally get over. We have triple Phoenix chains because, like I said, it's been a very monster heavy, effect heavy, back row heavy format. So Phoenix chains can be really good. Most people will see them coming and have their MSTs ready, but that's why we have the effect veiler. We also have two Call the Haunteds because your plays do get stopped. I won't say they get stopped a lot, but they do get stopped. We also have the 3-7 tools of bandits to help keep your plays from being stopped, and the 1 Solemn Warning because Solemn Warning is limited to 1. Now, I asked him why he has a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. He said it's mainly to make it so Ophion's more susceptible to traps. So I'm not going to deny that it helps. It also helps slow down Evil Swarm some. Next up, we have Light Imprisoning Mirror. He said it's mainly for Lightsworns, because Lightsworns have been seen a lot. DNA Surgery. He said he uses DNA Surgery generally against decks such as decks that run Zombie Worlds or decks that also side DNA Surgery. He uses Imperial Iron Wall because he does like his monsters to go to the graveyard so they can be recycled with Geargia X and Digusto Emerald. He has two overworked because, well, Boojins and there's a lot of Boojins and there's a lot of Fire Fists currently going around, or at least there was whenever he gave me this profile. And Overworked works really well against them because you just blow up all their monsters. Now, it doesn't work all the time because Boojins do have hair and things like that. But we also have two Mind Crush. Mind Crush can work really well this format because a lot of people search, and it's really good against Boojins because you can drop all of the hairs from their hand, or not their hairs, all their cranes from their hand. Like if they work really hard at getting the cranes in their hand, and then you just drop all three, they generally get pretty mad from what I've seen. I usually drop 2 to 3 cranes every time I flip one of these, and that usually leads to them quitting. Although I don't have any videos, the ones I did have were corrupted because DevPro can be pretty stupid and changes random cards around. Next we have Fossil Dyna. Fossil Dyna is for decks like Heretics that just go really spammy and want to kill you in one turn. If you summon this, there's not really too much they're going to actually be able to do because most of what they have isn't actually even able to run over Fossil Dyna because you can't special summon first. I actually have a friend who uses a Hieratic Ruler deck, and he doesn't really have any answer to Fossil Dyna. He can't special summon, and the one already would be able to normal summon just winds up 200 points below Fossil Dyna, so it actually just completely shuts his deck down. So I'm trying to help him figure out how to fix it. If you guys actually have any comment on that, I will actually be posting his deck list later because I know his entire deck list. Lastly, we have Granmole. It's really good for just bouncing very troublesome monsters like Beals. And Granmole is just a really good trolley card. The reason why he's limited to 1 is because he can just put anything back to the extra deck or hand that he wants to. And it's really hard to stop him without skill drain or something like Armades. So he can be a very annoying card when he comes out if you're not prepared to deal with something like him. That just about wraps up the entire deck. I guess all I really would have to explain would be the reason why there isn't a 101, and I actually explained that in a earlier video, and that was because this was given to me before 101s and Exciting Nights were even heard of. So that's the main reason. We didn't even know that 101 was going to exist at that time. Now, the two gear gigants, the reason why for only two is you really need a lot of room in the extra deck because you're trying to balance XYZs and fusions. XYZs and synchros. I asked him and he said he actually traded the Diamond Dyer out for a 101, and I actually forgot to do that, which is why I had him instead of 101, and I actually would have been able to win that duel if I'd had the 101 in the extra deck, but I didn't. So I was kind of upset about that. So I just went into Diamond Dyer and blew up his back row just for the heck of it. So I could show you guys the card that was actually meant to be changed out for it whenever I showed you the profile. Next up, we have the one Burrito. Burrito is pretty good, but he's actually harder to go into than you'd think, since generally the tuner you're going to wind up on the field first is Birdman, and you're going to wind up with some level 4s, yes, but generally one of them is going to be Geargia armor, so Nishipachi is going to be the better one to want to go into. Also, sometimes after you go into Nishipachi, you're going to want to actually go into one of your other uh, level 8 synchros. So I honestly, you probably saw this during my noticed this during my videos, but I do have it, and I so far haven't really gone into it at all. I asked my friend about it, and he said that Burrito is pretty good. Generally, what you want to do, rather than going from Burai to Burai, you want to go Burai to Burrito to Burai. And special summon Nishipachi off the second Burai after summoning Burrito. And if you don't have a Geargia armor set, change his bow position. Or use uh, one of your Burai's effects to switch it. And then if you have the room, you can go for another level 8 synchro. So I actually was playing wrong. Well, maybe not really wrong for some of the situations I was in, but I wasn't playing how I probably should have been. And any of you Karakuri Geargia players were probably thinking, why is he doing this? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing? The reason is, this isn't my deck. I don't really know how to play it very well, and I was against some people that didn't really know what to do against it. I actually had a duel against a Gusto player who had no idea what I was doing, and he wound up compulsing Gear Gigant X, and I special summoned Geargiano from my graveyard, and used its effect to special summon another Geargia monster, and overlaid another Geargian, and he's like, I don't know what they're doing. And I actually wound up winning because he just didn't know what I was trying to do. I also made Engineer, and he didn't read Engineer, so he creature swapped me one of his monsters that was in attack position and tried to kill me with it. Well, he tried to hit it so he could special summon, and I flipped it to defense so he couldn't kill it. So he got really mad because he had no way to kill my monster. He creature swapped it to me and then couldn't do anything with it, and next turn I killed my Geargia Accelerator and added one of my cards back to my hand, so he got really mad. And then I actually was able to synchro with the synchro using his tuner, so that also didn't please him very much. But there really isn't too much to say about the deck. It's pretty self-explanatory so long as you know how it runs. Like, once you figure out uh, generally what you want to add and what you want to summon at what times, it gets really easy really fast. There's not really all that much I can do to help you with that. It's pretty much just instinct, so See you guys later.